As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
A guest out of Hollywood, and the popcorn from the candy stand makes it all seem.
The votes are in. The King's Speech is leading nominations with 12, and according to the bookies, Colin Firth is the safest bet ever to win the Oscar.
It's a mystery how it all ends up. It's a secret ballot, and people promise you their votes and all that kind of stuff, and you think, we'll see.
Saturday night at the movies. Who cares what picture you see?
I think Colin Firth is as much a dead cert as I've seen in all the years I've been following the Oscars. He looks like a very good bet. I think The King's Speech is going to win Best Picture, but
even if you try, your hardest to sort of keep it low key. It's just everything's going on around you in such a way that it's sort of like being in a race. You don't even want to be in the race, but you find out that you are in the race.
And tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Saturday night at the movies. Who cares what picture you see?
Another great mix by Laurie, some of the magic moments from the movies. It is, of course, Oscar weekend. And one of my favourite magazines in the whole world is Empire magazine. And we're very privileged that Chris Hewitt, the news editor of Empire magazine, has agreed to join us at this late hour. Chris, thanks very much indeed for that. Now, I don't think that The King's Speech is even the second best film of the year. It's the third best film of the year, and Colin Firth's performance is the third best. Am I insane, or are the bookies right?
I think they're right. I think it will win Best Picture, and he will win Best Actor. I'd be amazed if his name wasn't read out on Sunday night. However,
so
does that
you
mean
think it's a better picture than True Grit?
Oh, well, I love True Grit, and I love The Social Network, but I also love The King's Speech. Any one of those, I know it's a cliche, but would be a worthy winner. But I think the momentum has been with The King's Speech for a while.
Well, tell me about that momentum. It's a secret ballot. The fellows of the society are presumably not biddable, and most of them are American. So what's this infatuation with a stuttering English monarch from 75 years ago?
I think there's a great deal of romance about British film. I think American Academy members are seduced by that on a regular basis. So we all remember Colin Welland in the 1980s when Chariots of Fire won, and he yelled, "The British are coming, the British are coming." They didn't really immediately after that, but over the years, when British films do enter the Oscar race, America tends to fall head over heels for them. And The King's Speech is a fine and worthy winner. I think sometimes in Oscar history, you can have a Best Picture winner that you look back on a few years later and go, really? Shakespeare in Love? Really? But I think The King's Speech will be a worthy winner.
Well, surely the Coens will get Best Director.
No, I don't think they will. I think it's time for... Oh, pardon me. I think it's time for David Fincher to step up to the plate. He's won pretty much every major directorial award going.
He's the director of The Social Network, which is a brilliant picture, really brilliant.
Fantastic, and he has been consistently one of the best and most innovative directors for a number of years now. Seven is an amazing film, Fight Club is an amazing film, Zodiac is an amazing film, Benjamin Button, and this, which is a very a typical David Fincher film. It's very dialogue heavy, it's not very
brilliant dialogue, absolutely. It's probably the best dialogue I've ever heard in a movie.
It's amazing. Aaron Sorkin, who wrote the script, will be a shoo-in for the Best Adapted Screenplay Oscar. This is an Oscar ceremony of shoo-ins.
What about the Coens? I mean, they'll be bitterly disappointed because I think they have made a movie which is pretty close to perfection.
It is, isn't it? It's an amazing movie. I saw it again the other night. It's fantastic. However, I think the Coens don't really care. I'll be completely honest. They have won in the past, and I think they'll be content to let someone else have a go this time around. And they'll be back. The Coens cannot make a bad film. Some people might disagree, but I think they're...
And now Spielberg's teamed up with them. Did that make a difference to the film, do you think?
Spielberg and producer Scott Rudin, who is just a phenomenal producer of high-end quality product, it possibly did. It possibly gave them more freedom to make True Grit the way they did, which is a very dark take on the material. I was actually surprised by how much they got away with, and Spielberg probably gives people a get-out-jail-free card when they're dealing with studios.
Yeah. Natalie Portman, Best Actress for Black Swan?
Yeah, I think, like I say, it's not going to be an evening of tremendous surprises. She's won every award going. I think she's in contention to win the FA Cup as well. And so, who knows? Who knows? There's always a possibility of an upset, but yeah, she'll win it. She'll win it.
Well, surely the kid from True Grit gets Best Supporting Actress, Hayley Steinfeld.
Yeah, you say that. She's amazing in that film. She's absolutely amazing. But I think if Helena Bonham Carter doesn't win it, it may go to Melissa Leo, who's great in The Fighter. There's been a slight controversy in the States about her campaign, her 4-year consideration campaign. She took out adverts herself in the trade publications, advocating that people vote for her, which is very unusual, and it caused a slight backlash.
Sounds like parliamentary politics.
It does, and it was, and didn't go down too well, but she was perceived as a front runner at the time, and it'll be interesting to see if that has affected people's opinions over her performance. Obviously, it should be based on the performance and not people's campaigns, but that's the way this works sometimes. But Hayley Steinfeld, I think, like the Coens, she will be back in years to come.
Yeah, I mean, 14-year-old, my goodness. I never saw a performance like it.
Amazing.
Well, so it's the Brits are coming. That's your take, yeah?
That's my take. I think Christian Bale may well win Best Supporting Actor. It's a very, very tough category. Jeffrey Rush is in with a great shout. Jeremy Renner is excellent in Ben Affleck's The Town, but I think, again, it's this weird thing called momentum. I know it's a secret ballot, but there's lots of smaller awards in the States, the Producers Guild Award, the Directors Guild Awards, and so on, and they tend to give indications as to where people may be voting.
So you're saying it's a triple, or maybe even 4. Bonham Carter, Christian Bale, the Best Picture, and the Best Actress.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
Best Actor. My goodness.
Who knows?
That would be a clean sweep, more or less, wouldn't it?
It'd be pretty amazing. I'm pretty sure we can lay claim to other people as well. But we'll start investigating their backgrounds.
Well, I don't go for this bugle blowing. Nationalism's not something I like much, and I certainly don't like it in the movies. The idea that well, that's. I mean, I said earlier to a caller, Chris, that I just didn't care enough about a stammering king from 80 years ago. I don't care enough about the royal family today, never mind then. And I thought that it was a very rose-tinted look at the British royal family in the 1930s. And so I just didn't care enough about them. Wasn't important enough to me to go overboard about it.
It was, and it certainly glosses over parts of that period of history as well. But I did connect with it emotionally. I looked at it not as a story about the royal family, but as a story about a man who was struggling with a problem. And I think on that level, it really succeeded. I think it's a very beautifully composed film. Like I say, whether it's the best film of the year, I don't agree myself, but I think it is phenomenal. And if it wins, I can't really argue with that.
Okay, Chris Hewitt, Empire Magazine's news editor, thanks very much indeed. Expert take on the Oscars. I just don't agree with his point of view on it, but you may very well do, and if you do, I certainly want to hear from you. Now, I've got a call on my